I've been watching the Commanders/Washington football franchise for many years at this point, and after the best season I've ever witnessed, I'd like to look back on a few players from over the years who I believe were and remain underrated. Some of these are going to be some big names, and some will be deep cuts, and I'm guessing there's going to be some disagreements here, okay? So let's get into it. Here are 5 underrated players from Washington football history. One is Henry Ellard, a wide receiver for the Skins from 94 to 98. He came to Washington at 33 and had a late career renaissance, putting up 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons, and that late push helped him end up second on the all-time list in receiving yards, second all-time. Now, he's currently 15th because other guys have passed him since, but I feel like Ellard should be in the Hall of Fame with those numbers, and he isn't, and I think he gets glossed over in Washington franchise history because the team wasn't great at the time, and he came not long after superstars at his position like Art Monk and Gary Clark. Number 2 is Kyshawn Jarrett. I told you I was going to have some deep cuts, okay? Jarrett only played 1 season before a neck injury ended his career, but he was a really good rookie. The Skins drafted him in the 6th round out of Virginia Tech, and he was an instant impact guy. Unfortunately, his health didn't hold up, but I love the way he played, and he put his body on the line for the franchise, which I personally respect. Another guy who did that is Alex Smith. Yes, Alex Smith was underrated, and I'll tell you why. Not only did he come in and have the Skins at 4-2 and on their way to 5-2 before he suffered a catastrophic leg injury, this dude then literally risked his life to come back and win the franchise a division title. And he did so while returning to the same turf at FedEx Field where he suffered the injury. Yet, I feel like he's underrated because he was criticized a lot by some fans and media for how he played, how he would always throw checkdowns and stuff like that. And I remember thinking that was unfair because what he did was nothing short of amazing. Number 4 is Chip Lohmiller. Similar to Ellard, I think he was overshadowed by the fact he came after a superstar at his position. That would be Mark Moseley, who won the MVP as a kicker back in 1982. But Lohmiller was also really good, and he made All-Pro in 91 when they won the Super Bowl. He led the NFL in field goals made that year and the following season in 92. And number 5 is Steven Davis. I did a separate video on this a while ago, but I can't not include him here. He's 4th in franchise history in rushing yards and 3rd in rushing touchdowns. He led the league in touchdowns in 99 while the Skins had the NFL's number 1 offense. He's as underrated as anyone who has ever played for the team. I'd love to hear who you guys think was underrated, so put some names in the comments.